Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, look what I have for you guys. These are two Pequignet Royal Manuals. Now, this watch is a real stunner. I was lucky enough to get to review this watch a couple of years ago. Now, I liked it so much that I ended up buying one. Now, I think I've said before how much I truly love the watch, but I thought, well, we've got two side by side, because you never see two Pequignet side by side. It is one of the biggest kept secrets, I think, in the watch industry. Pequignet, they are absolutely amazing watches, absolutely amazing watches, to such a terrible company when it comes to actually advertising. I've done a couple of videos on Pequignet, and I have contacted them a few times to say, is there any way I could possibly get my hands on, others to actually review? And they don't even bother replying, which is such a real shame, as I'd love to get to, to allow you guys to see this brand more. Now, this one is a current model. This one I have here is a limited edition. I think they did this for Japan. It's actually my friend Harvey's watch, this one. I love both watches. I was given the choice of buying this one, or they do a one with blued hands, and I fancied just a tiny bit of lume on my watch, so I actually went for this. The pictures on their website are not the best, to be fair. These are much better in, actually in the metal. They do look great. Now, side by side, they obviously, the dial is the big difference. This has a lighter dial to it. Now, this one has the sunburst dial, and I really do quite like it. They both have these stunning applied markers. The markers really do shine when it's outside, and you can really, it gives it a real kind of, elevates that dial. I like the fact how the Pequignet writing on the front and the fin de leaves, it all kind of just stands proud of the dial, and it gives it a really nice look. Now, obviously, the hands on these two watches are different, and the one thing stands out with this one is that red second hand down the bottom there. It is such a good looking watch. Now, would I still stand by my stand by my word and get this model over it? Yes, I would. I think it's just superb. It didn't come actually on this strap. It came on a different tan leather, not quite the full alligator one like this, but a tan leather with a deployable clasp. They both feature the same movement. Now, this movement, I think, is absolutely drop dead stunning. It's a full in-house movement. When you think this company has only been around for like just over 50 years, and yet they have their own in-house movement. They stand by it so much, they put a 5-year warranty on it, and it is just simply superb. At this price point, when I say this price point, they roughly work out at €3,600. You don't see this level of detail. You have the beautiful decoration going on there, the pelaging, it just looks superb. But what's really nice, if I zoom in, you can see here a gold chaton jewel for the large barrel. Being that it is such a large barrel, it is a jeweled one, and it's just got such, the level of detail is superb. Now, you may notice this area here, and the reason why you don't see anything here is if you get the automatic variation. They actually put the rotor off center, which is quite unusual, and you have the full automatic module going there. This movement is impressive. I say over 318 parts to this movement. It's actually, you can have all different variations with power reserve, big date complications. It is superb. It really is a work of art. Now, both of these feature this movement. I've had this one for just over 2 years. I put it on the time grapher just to see how it would work out, and it was still doing pretty well, 0 seconds deviation, which is truly, truly impressive after 2 years. These watches are the few, being that I work as a watchmaker, the few kind of watches which I've seen watchmakers get excited about because they are just simply that cool. For this price, you normally don't see this level of complexity. You normally get something like an off-the-shelf ETA movement. But this one is true high horology. It really is a standout movement. Just superb. Considering these are sort of dress watches, they've still got 100 meters of water resistant to them. They really are impressive watches. The only other difference I could find with these two models is the crown. Now the crown on this one is a convex crown on here, so it just domes out a tiny bit, but if you notice, it is quite small. Well, when I say small, thin should be the word. When you look at it on this one, it's that tiny bit chunkier, and it's a concaved crown. And to be fair, being that to get the maximal power out of this watch, so 100 hours, you would require many turns of this crown. This, I feel, is the better crown of the two to have, as it's easier to grip hold of. And it just, when you're turning it that many times, if I turn the crown, you can hear. It is a really smooth crown. It's just easier, I find, to purchase on this watch than it is on this one. But I would be, either if I had to have this watch, I would be more than a happy chap. I can honestly tell you that. I'd be interested to know which one you guys prefer out of the two. But let me know in the comments below, and let me know, is Pequignet a brand you would actually consider buying? Anyway, all the best, guys, and most importantly, you stay safe out there. Take care. Bye.